Yes, South African government is the cause of these problems. Yes, you heard right. Don't go away. Be right back. Yeah, so I said it. Yes, South Africa is the problem. The African government is the problem of the problems in South Africa. Why do you say that? I say it because what happened in South Africa is that the government of South Africa made this thing started in 2002, 2003, 2004, where they tried to get votes, and I can prove it because there's a lot of history behind it, where they didn't worry about the law that we have now. That law was there. The law that no foreigner was supposed to make business and to put Spaza shops. That law was always there, and the government didn't implement it. The South African government didn't implement anything of it, and that's why our people are struggling. That's why our people are struggling. Our people are crying out, because for 30 years that the government was in power, they never addressed this problem very quite frankly, and also they never addressed this problem actually perfectly or properly, the word you can use there. And now our South Africans are sitting with all of it. You see Spaza shops of these illegally foreigners. Now they are breaking two laws of South Africa. First of all, they're not allowed, according to the immigration law, no foreigner is allowed to put on informal businesses. That means Spaza shops, what they're doing now, what they have been doing in the neighborhoods of South Africa. They putting on Spaza shops, you have the people creating their own supply chain. I'm going to come there. And also they are making money out of the South African economy without no tax. Now I'm going to explain to you, and as I will talk to you, I will show you videos also on how terrible and in what problems South Africa is sitting when it comes to illegal foreigners. And these foreigners will not go away. They will not go away easily, and that's why people are striking and doing the best they can do to cry for help. But what the mistake that the government did, I think it's in 2023, 2024, they did rounds. Now everything didn't start in 2026. It started in 2024, 2023. I saw it. I've been following the news, and I saw how they came to Bialville, and how they started in KZN. They go to shop to check. Listen here, to check if the people comply to the law by registering their business. Now, no. You see here, those people were not even supposed to have businesses, but at that time they complied with the people and saying, "Hey, you must come." You guys remember? You remember when Cyril said they must come, and when we found out that 90% of the Spaza shops doesn't even have any registration to the government, and then the government give them was now I think it's 2 or 3, 4 days to come and register their business. Now that is the same issue that we have, and that's why I'm saying it's the government problem. So the people tolerate the government for so far. So somehow they have waited, but even at that time, the government was wrong, because they were not even supposed to give the foreigners an option by registering their businesses. They were not supposed to even trade and do Spaza shops, because how come the law is changing now, and now the foreigners must leave, but the foreigners were supposed to leave way back when they started it? So clearly you see who is the culprit that allowed this mess to be so severe in South Africa as we speak. And they have now been so reluctant. They've started with a lot of drugs. Yes, there's a lot of cases where they've started with drugs, giving children drugs, old expiring food. There was an incident, I think it's last year or the year before, where kids were died of one Spaza shop, 2 Spaza shops, where kids died of food, of sweets. I think it was sweets that one of the Spaza shops gave to them, and they died. The children died. And all of these cases is a build up until till today in 2026. And now you come and tell me it was not the government's problem. It was the government's problem from the first time. From the very second this whole mess is created by them, this whole mess, they didn't, firstly, the borders. They didn't secure the borders well. That is a fact. We can say it. We have a lot of news. You can go and read newspapers. You can go and do your research. They have done a lot. They have messed up a lot in this case, in this scenario, because they haven't protected the borders like they were supposed to do. The people that was doing the work, they didn't do it properly. The people still came in, jumped over fences that was not well protected and well guarded. But the people got money. They got paid for it, and over the years they have left it. It became a norm for someone that comes from Zimbabwe, someone that comes from Mozambique, someone that comes from Malawi, even someone that comes from Bangladesh, Pakistan also. And you have all these foreigner countries that comes and run away from their countries because their countries have a lot of social problems. And now you sit with people that are social. On a social form, they are already disrupted, their lives already. So they come and search for a better life. They don't come search for investment. Now, this is another thing I want to say. Now, the law also states that whoever comes to do business in South Africa, there's a foreigner, is supposed to invest 5 million rand. 5 million rand into the economy. And then, by law, they can run businesses and they must employ South Africans only. That is the part of the 5 million. And many of the Spaza shops have mafias. What do you call a mafia? You call somebody that has a supply chain. And another thing that the government allowed, and it's fact. You can go and read and see in the reasons. The government allowed these guys to make food. They didn't tell the government, but these guys got so reluctant. They have their own supply chain in a foreign country. They send their ingredients, and then they employ more illegal foreigners in places like shops and abandoned warehouses where they produced. And you can go and see. If you don't want to believe me, go search the internet. You will see the police have found many of these guys creating their own food, creating their own manufacturing food. They even went so far. There was cases, and you guys remember, there was cases where they will cheat with always periods, but it's not less